Look, I never thought I'd be the kind of person who gets genuinely excited about furniture designed for people under 3 feet tall. And yet, here we are. This is the Lalo Play Kit, a table, 2 chairs, and the kind of minimalist design that makes you look like you have your life together. Which, to be clear, you absolutely do not. But now at least one corner of your house does. It costs $325, it's made of birch, and somehow it's one of the best parenting purchases we've made. So, who is this for? Parents who are tired of looking at garish plastic furniture that screams, "A toddler lives here." Where does it fit? Anywhere you'd put a regular piece of furniture. Living room, playroom, kitchen. It doesn't matter because it doesn't look like it escaped from a daycare. And what problem does it solve? Most kids' tables are flimsy, ugly, or both. They tip over, they stain, they're approximately as stable as a newborn giraffe. The Lalo Play Kit solves this by simply not sucking. My thesis? This is the platonic ideal of a kid's table. It's not revolutionary, it's just competent. And in the wasteland of children's furniture, competence is revolutionary. All right, let's talk specs, because yes, I am about to give you a technical breakdown of a table. This is my life now. First up, materials and build. The legs are solid birch. The tabletop comes in a natural wood or a matte white finish that's some kind of composite material engineered to withstand the apocalypse, or at least a washable marker. The whole thing weighs about 30 pounds, which means when your kid leans on it like they're trying to topple a monument, it stays put. Dimensions? The table comes in at 23.5 by 23.5 by 18 inches high. Chairs are 12 inches at seat height. Perfect for ages 18 months to 6 years, assuming your 6-year-old hasn't already decided they're too cool for furniture. The design features rounded edges everywhere because Lalo apparently remembers that toddlers move through space like drunk pinballs. It has clean lines, Scandinavian minimalist vibes, and is the kind of thing you'd see in a West Elm catalog if West Elm remembered that children existed. The chairs assemble tool-free. The table legs do require an Allen wrench, which, while slightly annoying, the assembly itself is very straightforward. It does not require an engineering degree. Just try not to do it in front of your toddler who's in the middle of having a meltdown like I did. This will definitely add a few minutes to the assembly time. As far as optional add-ons, you can buy extra chairs for $75 each, cushions for $30, or a storage bin that hangs on the side for $40. None of which are necessary, but all of which Lalo would very much like you to purchase. And look, I do have to say, $75 for a chair made out of plastic, that feels like a stretch. Lalo is dangerously close to overtaking printer ink as the world's most overpriced commodity. So, as far as what works, first, it's shockingly durable. 3 months in, this table has survived daily meals, so marinara sauce, hummus, what I think was yogurt, arts and crafts, paint, glitter, glue, tears, and my son literally standing on it like he's addressing Parliament. And it still looks fine, great even. The top wipes clean in seconds. The legs don't wobble. It's like they built this thing expecting actual use. 2, it fits real spaces. This doesn't look like children's furniture. It looks like regular furniture, which means I can put it in my living room without feeling like I've surrendered my home to Fisher Price. And 3, it grows with your kid. The chair height is perfect for toddlers, but doesn't look absurd when your preschooler sits there. Moms can fit too. Dads, maybe not. And finally, number 4, it's legitimately beautiful. Look, I'm not saying that I get emotional about furniture, but sometimes when you're sitting there watching your kids scribble on paper, at least you can think, this table doesn't look like garbage. Small wins. And now, what sucks? First, the price. It's $325 for a table. Yes, it's solid. Yes, it's pretty. But let's not pretend this isn't an objectively ridiculous amount of money to spend on something that your child will eventually use as a catapult for Cheerios. 2, the color palette assumes that you have your life together. White and natural wood in a house with a toddler? This furniture is for people who have figured out stain removal, which I have not. And finally, number 3, the chairs are small, which is fine. They are kids' chairs. But if you're trying to sit with your child at this table for a tea party or whatever, just prepare to feel like Hagrid. Your knees will not thank you. All right, let's talk alternatives because yes, there are cheaper options. Target has several between $50 and $80. We had one of the $50 ones before the Lalo. It lasted about 3 months before one of the legs gave up entirely. And it was also neon colored and I hated it every time I looked at it. Lalo is 4 times the price and approximately 100 times less likely to collapse mid-snack. The Piccalio play table. I like this company a lot. We have one of their toddler towers and Hank is obsessed with it. It lets him see all the action while we're cooking, or he can eat right at the countertop. Their table is quite a bit more expensive than Lalo's, however, coming in at $490 for the table and 2 chairs. It says that it's rooted in the Montessori concept, but I have no idea what that means. To me, it looks like a $500 toddler table that has no business costing that much money. Lalo is simpler, cleaner, and doesn't make you feel like you're failing if your kid just uses it to eat crackers. It hits that sweet spot, nice enough not to embarrass you, but practical enough for everyday use. So, is it worth it? If you can swing the price, yes, absolutely. Here's the thing, most kids' furniture is garbage, cheap, ugly, and designed to last 6 months before falling apart. The Lalo isn't. It's durable, it's beautiful, and it doesn't make your living room look like a daycare exploded. It's not cheap, but it's also not going to fall apart or stain permanently or spark another toddler rebellion. If you're thinking about picking one up, please consider clicking a link in the description below. It helps keep the lights on, and I promise I'll use the money to buy something significantly more exciting to review. That's it for today. Thanks for watching. Adios.